Good morning, y'all. Hello. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Hi, happy to have you. My name is Lauren, aka Putting Them First, here on YouTube and Instagram, and I am a third year first grade teacher here in Massachusetts. And today's video is going to be day 3 of classroom setup for the new school year. Just got to school. It is 7:39, so I think I'm like pretty consistent with time. Yesterday and the day before, I was leaving around 11 o'clock, and I told y'all I've been taking care of Teddy. Here's a picture, my cute little buddy. But today, y'all know my husband works in, you might not know, in collegiate athletics, and they're kind of in like a weird off-season kind of deal because they're in between semesters right now, so all their athletes have gone home. So he's actually going to be home today, so I can stay as long as the building is open because I don't need to run home and let little buddy out to go to the potty. So that means that we're going to be here. I think the building's open till 4, so I have a lot of time, y'all. If I get started and like get in there and like get going by 8, so many possibilities. I'll probably leave for lunch, but I have a lot of projects that I want to get done today. Y'all saw that list yesterday that I left. So many things. I literally only checked off 2 boxes yesterday, but it was helpful that I kind of like planned out and wrote down what I needed. I created the cutest sound cards using the Foundations images, but like with a better font and the Hello Sunshine colors that match my room. So I'm so excited to show you all those. Also kind of nervous to like get them cut out and laminated and cut and see how they fit up there, because like it's a lot of sounds, y'all. I think it's like something around like 60 that we do in first grade, so that's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be really fun. I also printed the little schedule card, and I want to get like all the stuff out of the alcove window today, so we got a lot of projects to do. Also have some things to order. I have my coffee with me. It is the same thing that I got yesterday, a venti shaken espresso with no classic, soy milk, and Splenda. Ooh, and while I'm holding my coffee, look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh, focus. Please focus. Oh, there it kind of is. I got my nails done yesterday since I broke them moving a table, and they are so cute. I got this baby pink. It's a dip powder, so I don't know what color it is, but it's just like a baby pink neutral. And then I asked for like little daisies on my ring fingers, like so cute. And that's why I wore baby pink today, because I wanted to match my nails. So I'm wearing like normal people clothes today. And my lipstick, people have been asking me about it, which is just like the running question of this whole YouTube channel. It's the most asked question I've gotten on here. Nothing about education, nothing about teaching, my lipstick. This is Coral Minerals. It is Physicians Formula The Healthy Lip. That's what it's called. It's not called like Physicians Formula Lipstick. It's Physicians Formula The Healthy Lip. And the color is Coral Minerals. And I checked yesterday, and it is available on Amazon. I added it to my teacher wardrobe like list on my Amazon storefront, but there were only 19 left, and your girl bought 2, so good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. Anyways, let's go inside and get started with some work. Here we go. All right, we are in, and nothing exploded today when I turned the lights on, so that's always a good sign. I did not flip the switch that sets off the one that rained sparks yesterday, so we'll see when they fix that. But this little guy is just sad. Every day I come in and womp, 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 fell, but that's okay. Anyways, got my backpack in. I brought in the stuff that I printed at home, and I think what I'm going to start with is cutting, laminating, cutting the the letter sound cards for the sound wall that's going to go on these cabinets, because I expect that to be a big production, and I want to make sure that they fit. Looking at the size of them now, I think we'll be fine. My biggest concern wasn't like the vowels and the vowel teams, it was all the consonants. So I'm thinking if I can do vowels and then consonants for 3, I could do digraphs with the consonants, then vowel teams. I don't know, we'll see. We'll play with it once I've gotten them prepped. So I'm going to start with that, and then also on the agenda for today we have some more supplies that were dropped off, glue sticks, scissors, the like home to school folders that have like the different sides, which I really like, just different things that I need to go through. So I'm going to go through that today. I want to go through the library and either put the books into their bucket if there's one that like kind of already exists, or in piles on the student tables by theme. My book bins on the top are by level, and then the ones all like throughout the shelves are by theme. So or they like originally kind of were. I want to look at the library labels that I already have. I don't want to purchase new ones. I decided against that. So I'm going to look at the ones that I already have. I brought my computer for that reason. Look at the different themes that exist and go ahead and put them all in those piles or into those bins. And then if I have extras, I'm going to put them on the brown bookcases where the extra rainbow bins are, because there are 8 of like the big book bins there. So, oh, more than 8, there's 9. Anyways, the sound wall, the library are going to be today's largest projects, and then there are some smaller things. Like I said, I want to get all of the junk, it's not junk, but all of the stuff out of the little like alcove, the window, puka to the hallway. There's stuff like stacked up there because I had to get it off the floor and out of the windows and da-da-da. So there's like a cart and all kinds of stuff up there that I would like to go through. But the biggest things, sound wall and library. So let me show you those adorable cards that I made. Okay, we are at the kidney table. I'm so happy because I remember my first year I would vlog during like my prep period a lot, working on stuff at this kidney table with like the learning behind me and everything, and I haven't had a chance to sit here because I haven't had it, and now I'm just so excited. I feel like I'm like back in my element. Last year almost just feels like a fever dream. It was very bizarre, but I'm just in such a great mood today. And a lot of you guys have been commenting that you have been watching me since my first year teaching, and that just made me feel like so excited again for being in the classroom. I feel like the first year it was just such like a whirlwind, and obviously I'm excited every day, but it just really put me back in that place of like, oh my gosh, I have like prayed for this. Like this is like the job that I dreamed of and worked for so many years, and like how cool that I get to come in here and work on my classroom and share it with little first graders, like my dream grade level, and share it with all of you guys. Like, I don't know, I'm just feeling very apparently emotional and grateful today. So there's that little aside. But anyways, the foundations cards, which is the reason I turned the camera on. Here they are. I printed them in color on cardstock. It's kind of hard to see if the colors like go. Ooh, that one's a pretty good match. I was just trying to like guesstimate because I don't have any of this border at home, so I kind of like looked at pictures and then picked the closest color I could get. But I made these on PowerPoint. This is a rounded rectangle shape. That was my base layer. I used a KG primary penmanship, the lined font. It's free on TPT. First I did like a white circle over the rounded rectangle, and then I did the text box in the white circle. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Okay, and then these images have given me the biggest headache because I can't share this with y'all. Like I can't put this on TPT, not even as a freebie. I can't share it because obviously these are the actual foundations images, which are copyrighted. So I cannot do that. But I wanted to at least like make a tutorial of like how I made them so that you could also make them, because these images were available on the Wilson's Foundations like resource library, like on their website. That's how I got them, is they were there. And then if you teach foundations, I don't know if you've been on their little website recently, but I logged in last night to like show you guys where I got them. And because I did it previously and like extracted them from a file that my teammate had actually created from their resource. Anyways, they have totally redone their website, their resource library, like literally it's like a brand new website, and I can't find them anymore. So I don't know, maybe I'll like ask her to go through her computer again today since she found them originally and see if they're like somewhere hiding from me. But I literally went to like all nooks and crannies of the resource library and I can't find these images anymore, which is such a bummer because like obviously foundations is bizarre, like ed, and like how are you going to find a picture of ed unless you have this literal like exact picture from the curriculum. So there's that, the story on these. I really wish that I could share them with you guys. I wish more than anything that at the very least I could like show you how I made them, but apparently that's not an option for us either, so I apologize. But I'm just going to show them to you really quickly. I did the different colors for, instead of doing like an alternating color pattern like you would if you did like an alphabet, I did them by like category. So the vowels are pink, and then the consonants are this like orangey color. It matches the border, but the reason I did those is because in foundations, like the standard sound cards are pink, salmon, and the consonant cards are like a yellowish orange, so I wanted these to like kind of align. So then all the consonants are orange. Oh, 1 second. Okay, and then the digraphs are yellow, and glued sounds are green. Ta-da! There's that. And then it's so sneezy today. They must have like kicked up some dust, or I must have. I did the vowel teams blue. And I did, there's like one more color in the border that I didn't make like a section for. It's like the dark blue, but that's okay. The R controlled vowels, I made them purple. So that's how they'll be arranged as well on the like sound wall. I was looking for some like articles, some research surrounding like transitioning from a word wall to a sound wall last night. I wanted to share those resources with you guys because someone asked me for like a little bit more research behind it, or like just a little more information. So I'll see if I can find one to link in the description box. At the very least, I'll link like a blog post about it, but I really wanted it to be from like a more reputable source. Essentially, it's just like more beneficial, and like research has found that it's more helpful for emergent readers to really have a grasp of like the sounds themselves and be able to decode words that way, rather than like learning words through like memorization and just like rote memory and practice and everything. So that's why I don't think the word wall will be very helpful. We still do have like trick words that are part of the Foundations curriculum. That's what they call sight words. So we'll still like do the practice of them that way. But I just won't have like a word wall of only trick words. Rather, I'll have like a very nice visual of each sound that we learn that helps us like to stretch out words when we're writing and reading. So anyways, I'm going to cut these. I'm kind of kicking myself because I love rounded rectangles. I think they look better, but now I have to like cut round rectangles, whereas like if they were just regular, I could just like with the paper cutter. So we're gonna be here a while, y'all. Let's get to work. All right, y'all, I apologize if it seems pretty dark in here. That's because the light that's right over this like part of the classroom is the one that blew out. But anyways, I ended up using the paper slicer to just cut them all out square, and now I'm just gonna go through and round the corners with my scissors real quick, because I figured that'd be a lot quicker than cutting them all out with scissors like all the way around. So I have them all here. I'm gonna round the corners and then we'll get to laminating. Okay, I am officially done with step one, which was just cutting them all out. As I was doing all of the corners, I posted like a picture on my Instagram of the cards with the corner graveyard and mentioned like cutting the corners, and someone, I got a couple people actually, messaged me that corner cutters, like punchers, are a thing. Clearly your girl didn't know that, so I purchased one. Amazon has not yet figured out the like instant delivery feature, so it won't be here until probably like 2 days from now, but for the future that will definitely be a worthwhile investment, because I think it has been like, oh, there's the clock, it's been an hour. It took me an hour just to cut these all out. I mean, granted, it's a lot of stuff, but now that they're all cut out, look at them. I am obsessed. You can't really see them, hold on. Okay, so now what I need to do is laminate them, and then we will cut again. And I know this is taking a while, but you know what? It's a worthwhile investment. These are the perfect addition to my room. And I realized what I forgot. You remember how I said I left out the dark blue that came between this blue and the purple? I don't have the VE vowel cue cards with like the keywords and the letters. So I will do those tonight. And it's perfect because I can just do them in this dark blue, and then they'll have their own like section that still matches the Hello Sunshine classroom set. So I'm really excited about that. It's just looking so good on here. I keep looking around and like I feel like I'm somehow teleported back to my first year and like they're gonna come back from specials at any moment. Like I'm just so happy. So anyways, let me go get my lamination sheets and start doing that step of the process. And then I think what I'm gonna do is use sticky clips. This is what I've kind of landed on. I am going to count like how many there are and then kind of like calculate how many can fit on each door of the cabinet. Of like each cabinet, decide like what grid or what layout will look best by like how many can fit, how big they are and stuff. And then obviously I'll add 5 in for like the ones I haven't done yet. And then I am going to put them all up like facing forward just to see what it'll look like. I want to make sure that it's gonna like all fit and look good at the end of the year once we've like learned all the sounds. But then what I'll do is flip them all once I've like looked at it and filled my heart with joy and then taken pictures for the gram and shown y'all. I will flip them all backwards on the sticky clips. That way they're all white, and then like as we learn them, I think it'll be fun to unveil the sounds, or like some of you guys said unlock them. Like you could put a picture of a lock on the back of them, which I think is a cute idea. I didn't do that when I printed them, so that ship's kind of sailed, but that's okay. I think it'll be just as fun to see like them all white, and then as we learn them, like boom, 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 they start to turn around and like we get to unlock new sounds that we can build words with and read words with. And I'm just so excited. This is the project of Classroom Setup 2021. This is like the one thing that is like, oh, it's so bringing me such joy. So anyways, let me laminate these and we'll keep it moving. Alrighty, finally at 10:30 on the dot, all of the cards have been printed, laminated, printed, cut, laminated, cut again. That took a really long time, but now we finally get to do the best part, which is going to be assembling them onto the wall. A couple of things I already know that I want to change. Like I said, I want to add in obviously the VCE, why was that so hard for my brain to comprehend, sound cards. But also there are 2 S cards, like 2 S keywords in foundations, S snakes and S bugs, because S can sometimes sound like a Z. I don't know why this thought didn't occur to me while I was making them, but I'm just going to take the bugs and put them at the bottom. Like I'm going to edit the file that I have and I'm going to put them on the same card. That way there's only 1 S card, but both sound like cues are on the card. So that will change my number. So basically I need to count them, add 4 to whatever number that is, and then figure out how they're gonna fit. Also my phone is dying because I've been watching videos this whole time, which is like very irresponsible, but that's fine. So I'm going to measure, charge my phone, and then we'll put it together. I cannot wait to see it. I hope it fits. Fingers crossed, y'all. Also, look at all of this trash. So much stuff. Okay, let's go measure. Okay, because of who I am as a person, as a super type A Virgo Enneagram 3 teacher, if you know what any of those things are, I'm all of them, so I'm a real crazy one. I made a diagram. Are we surprised? No. I made a diagram of the cabinets. I counted, and I can do a 3x4 array before I get to the bottom where there's a handle, and then I can do 2 there, so there can be 14 on each cabinet. However, I wanted to like chunk them by their like category. So if I'm doing the vowels, there's obviously 5 short vowels. So if I do the 5 vowels, I don't want to put another card in that row that's like a consonant. I want to start a new row. But it actually works out really well. I know you guys like don't know what this means, but these will be vowels, and then the consonants start here and they go until I get to where I wrote the letter C again here, so they end at the bottom of the door. These 5 are the digraphs, and then we have glued sounds, and then vowel teams in here, and then the VE sounds, and then our controlled vowels, and that takes up perfectly 5 doors. However, there's like a 6th, this is like an extra one I printed by accident. There is a 6th cabinet door over here, so I'm thinking maybe that's where I will put trick words. Granted, they would be like smaller, but the trick words don't need to have pictures, or like they don't need to be big. They can just be like this size with the word, and I can put them up like in as we learn them and flip them, or however it works. But anyways, there's an empty cabinet door. So my ideas so far are I could either do trick words on that cabinet door, or I could do some sort of like big objective, like on the first door. Like I could shift everything down and make the first door like, we can use sounds we know to read and write. Like I could put that kind of thing on there, but I think trick words would be helpful. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I need to like actually measure and figure out where to put the sticky clips. I might make out of cardstock a little like measuring thing. That way I like put a sticky clip, put a sticky clip, put a sticky clip. That way they're like all perfectly evenly spaced. So let's get to work. All right, you ready for this? Drum roll, please. Ta-da! There's the first cabinet. I did this one while my phone was on the charger so I could kind of get the process down, but also get my phone charged so I could keep vlogging for y'all. But all I did was measure like the height and the width of the singular door, and then found where I needed to put this center sticky clip. And then once I had that one placed, it was easy to then just kind of like measure from that one up and down. And now that I have the first door done, the rows will be the same across, so that's going to make things a lot easier for me. One thing though, I realized that I do not have, I think there's 65 cards total. I don't have that many sticky clips. At most I have like 30 something. I'm gonna look and see if like Michael's or Walmart or literally anywhere sells sticky clips like in real life. Pretty sure you can only get them on Amazon, but I could be completely wrong with that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I could run and go get some more. I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to, like I was saying, kind of bummed because I wanted to get this done today just because I like am so excited about it. It's my passion project for the day, but your girl doesn't have enough sticky clips. So bummer on that one. Anyways, let's keep working until I run out of sticky clips, and then I'll let you know how far we get. Obviously, she is not finished, but I love what it looks like so far with like the separate sections and the colors and everything. It's looking really colorful, but most importantly, I think it would be super functional and useful for us here in our classroom this year. So I really, really cannot wait. I ordered sticky clips. First I checked Michael's, Joann's, Staples, Walmart, literally every place I could think of that I could maybe go grab them with the mascara in person at a store. They're all like online only. Like Michael's carries them, but online only, and same thing with like every other place that I checked. So the quickest way for me to get them was to order them via Amazon. I ordered 60 so that because I need like 32 to finish through the 5th cabinet, the sound cards, and then this one is the one that I said is like the extra one where the trick words will go. But I ordered extra, that way I have as many as I need for that. But they won't be here until tomorrow, and I can't commit on the weekend, so it's gonna have to look like that until Monday. I'll be here on Monday for another full day, so that'll be good. It'll be quick once I have the sticky clips. Like the hardest part was just like getting them ready. That took forever. That was a behemoth of a project. I'm also bummed because I wanted to cross it off of my freaking list so bad, but that's okay. I just noticed there's a wasp in my room, so that's a hoot and a half. Also, my teammate came, a few of them are here now, but she came in because her light did the same thing that mine did yesterday. I posted on my Instagram story. That's how she knew that it happened to me too. And she just like ran in here and was like, oh my God, you will not believe. So I guess it's like an electrical issue with more than just my room, but lots of talking. Now it is 11:37. So my next project, like I mentioned, was kind of organizing the library, which is another behemoth of a project. I do have the little schedule card that I could laminate really quickly. That's like a quick thing just so I can like check something off to make myself feel better. These supplies need to be put away today too. What I'm thinking is that I might go ahead and run to like grab some lunch from somewhere because I ate breakfast now like 5 hours ago and I'm
here, my Atlanta. I'm getting a little bit hungry. There are like a few different spots around here. I don't want to drive all the way to like the Chick-fil-A because it's kind of a haul if all I'm doing is getting food, and the drive-through line takes a while anyways. So there's like, I think a Chipotle nearby. I might just go get like a little bowl or something to eat real quick, and then I will be back. They gave me guacamole by accident. I love guac. I don't get guac because it's extra, but they gave me guacamole. I hope that whoever ordered their guacamole got their guacamole because I paid for it, but I'm so excited. Friday the 13th, who? Don't know where, because apparently I'm lucky today. So excited. Okay, I'm not going to chat with you guys while I'm eating. This is not a mukbang or mukbang or however you say that. I am going to just eat and relax. I have my computer over here because I was going to pull up the library labels after I finish eating and kind of look through like what sections I think I'm going to have, and then I will be ready for a long like 4-hour stretch if I need that long to just like pile books into the different categories, and then I'll do all of like the labels and stuff over the weekend. That way when I come on Monday I can just like put them on the bin, stick them on the books, all of that jazz. But anyways, for right now, I'm going to eat my Chipotle bowl with my surprise guac. What a day to be alive. Turns out I lied by accident. I said that I was okay with the library labels that I had and I didn't want to buy new ones, but then I was looking at them and I just kept going back to the Polka Dots Please ones, and I like hers so much better. Just the photographs that she uses, the colors are perfect. Like there's more sections I think that really apply to like my library, whereas like with the ones that I have, I would have to create the labels. Granted, they're like editable, so I could like make categories, but I just like don't have the energy to do that, y'all. Polka Dots Please library labels, they were on sale from $12 to $8. So I just did it. You know that sound that's like, I'm not going to do it, girl. I did it. That's me. That's literally like the definition of me. So there's so many different sections. One thing that I really like is she subdivided the animals. I'm looking at them on my computer right now. That's why I'm like scrolling. She subdivided the animals into different groups. So you can do sharks, or you can do like ocean animals, and there's insects and mammals, and butterflies has its own section. Like and dinosaurs, like things that like the other ones that I had just said like animals. And I have like way too many. Like my kids have always 2 years that I've taught, loved the animal books. But I also like that she has some that are called like favorite characters and then favorite authors. So I think like Mo Willems will go in like favorite authors, and then favorite characters could be like Fly Guy and Pete the Cat. But I also could like make some if I wanted to. I think that she has some that are like editable as well. The only thing is like obviously she can't like sell anything with like Pete the Cat on it, but I think I could like make it. I just wouldn't be able to sell it. So if I wanted to, I could do that, but I don't think I'll need to. I'm just really excited. So I'm going to start sorting books. Right now it's 12:40, so I have 3 hours and 20 minutes before the building is like supposed to close. I don't know if they're not going to leave right at 4 and be like, get out, but it might be earlier, it might be later. We'll see. I feel like it's going to take me a good, hold on, I have to sneeze. There it is, 2 hours at least to sort the books. I know this is like a huge endeavor, which is why I never did it before, y'all, because like your girl was just procrastinating and then it just didn't work for book shopping. I am going to keep, she also has levels on there, but what I like about her levels is that each of the letters like corresponds to either an animal or a thing. So it's not so like intimidating. It doesn't just say A, B. It's like A with an astronaut and B with a bumblebee and C with a cat and D with a dinosaur. So it's like less like, I don't know. I feel like the earlier levels are always like red, and then it's like green when you're higher, and like red and green are so like powerful as like signifiers of like student levels. I don't want my library to be totally leveled, and I don't want my library to be totally not leveled, but I do like having just bins of leveled readers, because I have a lot of like the Scholastic ones and stuff from my wish list, and I found that they really like having some books that they can read like super independently fluently, and then also some to explore. And I know that we'll have readers from all levels as we have in past years, so I'm going to keep those leveled sections, but not every book's going to get leveled. Only the ones that are like this, where they're like, I'll show y'all, they are literally a leveled text, like they're bought that way. I don't scan any books to find out what level they would be, but if they come with a level, they go in the leveled book bin. So there's that. I'm sweating. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I turned on my box fan, which is like against the rules, but I'm literally the only person in here, so I won't turn it on when anyone's in here. Anyways, let's get to sorting books. Holy cow. I am fully remembering now why I delayed this project my first year, because oh my gosh, I think part of the problem my first year was that there were so many like random books left in my room, and part of me, I'm like of split opinion. Part of me says like a book is a book and a book is valuable and you don't want to throw a book away. The other part of me very well knows that not all books are created equal. Not all books are representative of my students. Not all books belong in this classroom, and like I really should just like get rid of some. But also when I leave this room, I'm gonna take my books with me, and this school doesn't have a library. So I'm like, if I get rid of the books that were left in the room, then when I leave, there won't be any books left in the room if anyone like needs them. But then like the next teacher's gonna have the same problem. I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Like, would you get rid of books? And like when I say get rid of books, I'm not saying like Caldecott winners and like quality read alouds. I'm talking about like this. Turtle and Snake Go Camping. Level 1. Penguin Young Readers. Like this might be helpful to have since it's an emergent reader. But like some of them I just don't know. There are so many that I just think need to go, but I don't want to do the job of going through them. Anyways, let me show you kind of like the categories that I have and then talk about the library situation. Okay, first of all, moment of silence for the sheer number of stacks. It's insane. Okay, here we go. Over here on this table, these I'm going to keep in a spring, like I have some special book bins over there behind my desk, and I want these to be a spring display. So those are all together. These are St. Patrick's Day, these are Valentine's Day, those go in special book bins behind my desk. These are all SEL read alouds, and I want those to be together for me. So I'm gonna think on where I can put this. This goes in my end of the year read aloud bucket. These go in my beginning of the year read aloud bucket. It's like Word Collector, The Day You Began, what else? No David, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and then these are going to be teacher read aloud. So these are ones that are like newer that I want to do like lessons with or do read aloud time with that won't be just like in the library. These will be teacher books. These are just like general story books. So I don't really know what to do with this. Is all just like a stack of fiction. So maybe I have a fiction bucket that like rotates throughout the year. Who knows? This is dinosaurs. Shockingly, it's the only one I found that's a dinosaur. These are superheroes. Magic School Bus, Arctic Animals. This is my stack of Dr. Seuss that I don't know what to do with. Let me know. Elephant and Piggy, Trolls. These are all Nat Geo pre-readers, and my students loved these last year, so I want these to be in like their own section. On this table, poems. These are all social studies related in some capacity, so these will go in like a big book bin for me to find. These are all math related in some way, shape, or form, so those will go in a big book bin for me. These are all aquatic animals, mostly whales. Transportation. What are those? Those are winter holidays, so like Chinese New Year, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year, like everything winter holidays in there. These are like fables and stories from around the world. These are Halloween, solar system. This one's just cats. I didn't know where to put it. Over here is all of like the favorite characters. So we have Biscuit, Fancy Nancy, Mercer Mayor, Little Critter, Pinkalicious, Clifford. I literally have every Clifford book ever made. My dad bought that for me. Thanks, Dad. Arthur, Fly Guy, Pete the Cat. I have so much Pete the Cat. This is all sharks. This is weather. These are just like, I don't know what to do with them. These are fables, sports. And then on this table, it's just a mess, really. These are like bugs. This is science. And then there's just like a bunch of easy readers. And like these are like levels 1, 2, 3. But like different publishing companies level their text differently, and like a level 1 doesn't mean the same thing universally, whereas like a level A is a level A no matter what. So I don't know what to do with like the 1, 2, 3 easy readers. Yeah, I'm just feeling very overwhelmed by like the amount of categories. So I even thought about like, what if I got another white bookcase to put here and I moved the display bookcase somewhere else? But I don't know where the display bookcase would go, and even then I don't think it would be enough room. So here's what I'm thinking. Over here, I think I'm gonna make this like the surplus from the library, and along the bottom I'll do like my math read alouds, or my just like SEL read alouds, general read alouds, math, and then social studies in big book bins for me personally. And then I think these 12 right here, I'm gonna still like add categories. So like Little Critter might be in one, and weather patterns might be in one, things like that. And then up top, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those yet. I'm thinking then throughout the year, I might just like switch around the book bins. Like if they have kind of like gotten stale of the superhero book bin, I might take the superhero book bin, put it in one of those, and switch the books in the tag to like trolls or something. And just to keep the library fresh throughout the year, I think I might do that. And then I just got my class list actually, and I have 14 students as of right now. So those wouldn't have been enough for those to be their student book bins anyway, like I had talked about, because I only have 12. So I'm going to have to rethink that situation. I'll probably end up getting the like book bags with like a little hanging system and do that instead. Like the little clear ones that have the little snap hook closure at the top. And then, like I said, use all of that for like overflow books. So yeah, I have 14 students. I am a little shook because I have both of a set of twins, whereas like normally twins in our school are split between the 2 rooms. I have both of them because the family wanted them to stay together, which will be a new experience for me. That doesn't mean it's going to be a bad experience. I'm just a little surprised because we were all expecting them to be like split, but I have both. So interesting. We'll see how that goes. They're both boys, so that'll be a hoot and a half. I mean, not that it matters that they're boys or girls, but there's that. Now it is 2:30. I am so exhausted, but I don't want to leave until 4 because I want to make the most of the day. I did pull out, just because I wanted to, the crate seats and put them up against the front of the room. I went through the table caddy supplies from my first year because they were stored inside one of the crates in my closet. So I like threw away all the dried out glue sticks. I kept the caps. Pro tip, keep the caps because then you have an extra one if you lose one during the year. Kept the caps, kept their little crayon snap tops. These royal blue ones are the ones that you used in my first year. I bought these ones right here. But I don't have enough of like one color, and I don't want to do like pink for girls and green for boys. Not into that. So I think I'm going to take these and put them in the dishwasher. We'll see if they melt, but oh my goodness, I'm literally exhausted. I'm just like looking at this stack of books and thinking like, my God. So I think I'm going to go around and make a note on my phone of like what sections I have for books right now. There are some little ones that I'm going to have to make. Like I want to make like a Pete the Cat one. So I'll have to kind of like make it to match the ones I purchased and put like a Pete the Cat picture on it, which like I'll do my best. But there's too many like favorite characters for them all to live in one like favorite character bin, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make a list of the sections that I need to make labels for and the ones that I have, just so I know which ones to print and laminate this weekend. That way when I come in on Monday, I can just like bada bing bada boom put them where they go. I don't have to like actively decide where they go. So that'll be nice. Let's see. I have about an hour and a half. I think I'm going to maybe set up my teacher desk, clean that, organize that area. That way, at the very least, next week during PD, I will have a nice space to sit at. So first things first, figuring out the sections for the book bins. Second things second, teacher desk. Here we go. Okay, got my list of library sections on my phone. I like bolded the ones that I need to make the labels for, not that I won't be able to tell when I go to print them off and they don't exist, but anyways, got those. I tried to put some of the supplies that they dropped off away, but I think I'm gonna wait because I'm not sure what to do with the markers. They brought us like a big box, like class set of Crayola markers, and I didn't do markers my first year just because like stains, so I didn't even like give them markers. I guess I'll like figure out what to do with those and the lap boards, like the whiteboards and stuff. So it kind of stopped there. I did get my teacher desk nice and set up, everything. Let me show you. I'm sorry for the spinning. I know it bothers some people. It'll go slow. Okay, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. The teacher desk is all set up. Everything is plugged in. So like my second monitor is back there on its riser behind Poppy and Branch. The big TV is plugged in, the HDMI transmitter is plugged in, like everything powers on and turns on, and the cords are tucked away nice and neat and where I need them to be. So that's good. That's always like an endeavor to get all the technology working. And obviously like the desk looks more cluttered now, but after last year, I am a snob with my computer, and I am so used to having my laptop up on a riser so I can look like nice and naturally, and then having a second monitor as well that like I don't think I could not have them on my desk. And I left them in my classroom anyways because I had a feeling that would be the case. So my desk is now ready to go. I tried to make it a little cuter by putting Poppy and Branch like on the back side of my second monitor. I think it's cute. I love trolls. You guys know that. Poppy is my spirit animal. But anyways, I walked down to the water fountain. Here in Massachusetts, people call it a bubbler, which just like I think is really funny, to refill up my water, and literally I can't talk. Literally no one else is here other than our like second shift custodial staff, and filled up my water. But I think it's time to go because I'm the only one here. I am sweating. I am exhausted. I cannot wait to shower. Oh, one thing, when I was in the hallway, I saw that last year before school started, we each painted a like section of Starry Night. We like picked up the supplies and then we did it at home over Zoom. And when I say we, it's like every member of staff. And then they all like got returned to school like over the year as like people came back in person. And then today our art teacher took all those pieces and put it together. I'll put a picture here. It's so beautiful. I passed that in the hallway and I was like, oh my gosh, that is incredible. So it was so cool to see that all put together and in person. But anyways, I think it's time for me to head out. I will be back on Monday to finish the sound wall and finish putting the library away and then just do like finishing touches and stuff. For whatever reason, I guess I could check off desk organization, but still, like, I feel like I've been working all day and haven't checked off anything. I don't know why that keeps happening. Because I keep halfway doing projects, aka this in the library. Whatever. I'm gonna head home. I'm actually gonna just end the vlog here because I feel like it's been a long day. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me any questions, comments, suggestions, anything at all down below. I love to hear all of your ideas and chat with you guys. And I will see you on Monday. Bye, friends.